My name's Chris Manifold. I'm from Indianapolis, Indiana. I got involved with the Alliance because my girlfriend's niece started doing this, and she ended up replacing her full-time income by working 2 days a month. So I thought I had an extra weekend that I could dedicate to this for sure, and so that's what got me interested in it, and it's been amazing. I worked for a company where I was the director of operations. It was a small company, and previous to that, I worked in a bunch of different industries. Actually, I worked in the automotive industry, in the IT industry. I'm an engineer by education, and just manufacturing, a bunch of different things. So I'm super grateful to be here. I never imagined I'd be doing something like this, but it's been an incredible experience. I really didn't. I didn't think that I could do this. I just started doing it, and the amount of support and training, the people that have poured into me has allowed me to have the amount of success that I've had so far. It's really been the support and the team. The culture, it's still not 100% positive. There are days that are rough, but you get through it. The great thing about the bad days is that a good day is coming right behind it. My goal is $300,000 in personal income. Coming up on 2 years full time. Last year was amazing. Made past 6 figures for the first time in my life. First full-time year with the Alliance is the first year I made 6 figures, and in the engineering world, not even close, not remotely close. I think I was part-time for about a year and a half, and when I say part-time, I was very, very part-time. I mean, I might have written an application a month, maybe in that year and a half. I think I wrote more applications in the first 2 months that I was full-time than I did in the year and a half when I was part-time. So I had a full-time job. I had something that I enjoyed, and COVID took that job. It just went away. That company downsized. They had to get lean, and that's what happened. And so then I went.
So you got pushed out.
Yeah.
You had to do full-time because this is all you had.
Yep. Right in the middle of COVID, right at the that lockdown, the initial 2 weeks to flatten the curve, that's when my job went away, and that's when I went full-time with the Alliance. And that's another thing, is that it's difficult for me. People talk about how, like, when you get started, how is it, how quickly can you replace your income? Well, I did it within 2 months, but I did it right at the height of COVID. So it was, the whole world changed right at that point. So it's difficult for me to relate how it really works for everyone else, but that's how it happened for me. For me, the thing that really amped up my belief level was just watching what Megan was able to do. Megan Wood if you know anything about this business, and she's made an incredible life for herself, an incredible impact for her family. And I knew Megan 10 years prior to her ever getting involved with this, so I knew what she'd done before, and just watching her, going by her example.
Right, server bartender at Applebee's.
Yeah, to last year 600,000, and tracking to do more than that this year. She's just been an amazing inspiration. She's also as well as she's an inspiration, she really, she pushes me to do more. And yeah, I still get some of that, to be honest. It's and me personally, I can't believe I'm doing this. I never imagined I'd be doing something like this. But the thing that I tell other people about this business is the culture, the support, the people is really what it's all about. And that's what I've found as well in terms of hiring and talking to other people about this, is if I can convey to them what the culture and what the people and what the support is like, that's, they're sold. And I tell people this, I'm not so much trying to, when I talk to someone who's interested in this, I'm not so much trying to hire them as I am just trying to share with them what an impact it's had for me and what it's done for Megan, and what it's done for just the people I know that are involved in it. It does sound too good to be true. I mean, and I get that all the time. You know, I talk to people, and most of the time when they tell me that it's too good to be true, I'm only halfway through what I'm trying to explain to them. You know, so it does sound too good to be true. For me, it sounded too good to be true. For me, I jumped in with both feet and just keep the activity high. As long as I've kept the activity high, the money has been very consistent in terms of the income. People are nervous about the 100% commission. My income has been very, very steady, and that's been impressive to me. You know, I'm pushing for more, and the future is bright. So, like, for me, what was always frustrating in my sort of other career or other jobs was that you are not in control. No matter how good a job I did, no matter how many hours I worked, which I worked in the automotive industry where for a time where 60, 80-hour weeks were very normal. And my income was not in my control. My position in the company was not in my control. It was all a matter, and it didn't matter how good of a job I did. All that mattered really is what my boss thought of how good of a job I did. So I was still in sales at the time, even though I didn't know it. But I didn't have control over any of it. With this, you have complete control. You know, it's entirely up to you. You know, the more activity you pour into it, the more you get out of it. 100%.
That's awesome. Well, thank you, Pete. That's rocking.